So I'm about to make some tea before we start talking. So my favorite tea is green tea. Okay, that is not true. That is not true. That is not true. Wait, I'm not sure. I do drink a lot of green tea, so that's why I say that. But I really do like chamomile and chai. This is a cup of tea that's gonna lead me throughout our conversation today, and I'm quite excited. I don't know if I'm excited, but I like to talk, so like before, we're joined by Benny, my tried and trusted partner in crime. Thank you so much for being here. Hi guys, my name is tanyaaisham. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, hi, I'm Tanya. I just mentioned that. And I'm kind of a vibe. I do everything and anything. It's pretty confusing over here, but I think that's the whole point, because yeah. And if you're not new, welcome back. I'm so happy you're back because I missed you. I miss you guys so much. You don't understand. Like, I really do. Something happened to me this past week. Not something, a lot of things. Like, my friends were going through a bunch of stuff. I've always known that I'm the therapist friend, but like last week it became really apparent to me because I started also withdrawing from life itself, and I realized there's not really anyone I would go to other than myself, because people usually go to me. I've never really cared so much about being the therapist friend, because like, I mean, it just means I'm emotionally smart, right? I mean, I am emotionally smart as fuck. Terrible part to pose, but disclaimer, everything said in this video is not just my opinion. It's also the opinion of other people who consider themselves therapy friends, and I'm basically speaking on behalf of myself and other people involved. So if my train of thought seems like it doesn't make sense or it seems like it's contradictory, that is why. I hope that makes sense. I completely understand why people would want me to help them solve their problems or reason out their problems, but I also need a therapy friend, I don't, but in the grand scheme of things, it would be nice, And I feel like a lot of the times people don't even realize how much they're putting on you because you're okay with them putting all of this stuff on you. Needless to say, I would never discourage my friends from coming to me ever. I want them to come to me anytime that they feel sad, because honestly, I get it. Sometimes it's hard out there. I get it. But I don't have anyone to do that to, So it's kind of like, it gets overwhelming sometimes being the voice of reason for quite a number of people, even people that you're not even that close to, because people know that you give great advice. And it's just emotionally heavy, It really is. Because sometimes even like when all of this whole entire thing is going on, like I feel like it's even harder because it's like sometimes people come to you, and these will be people that are not my friends, like very close, but they're people I know, and they know that I give good advice, so they'll come to me and talk. And sometimes you can tell that people are coming here because like they want me to say a certain thing that I obviously will not say, because like I'm not here to please you. I'm here to like give you the facts and help you navigate your emotions, but I'm not gonna give you the answers that you think are the right ones if they're not right. I'm not that kind of person. I'm gonna be honest with you. And sometimes you can tell that people want that kind of answer, and when you don't give them the response that they were looking for, they transfer what they're feeling to you, which is completely insane, because it's like you came to talk to me because you wanted me to help, but like now that I've helped, you're not, like, you didn't like the help that I gave you. And like, I get it. I really do. Like, I'm not gonna hold a lot of these people like as accountable as I probably should, because like it's hard out here, okay? It's really hard, especially like in my situation where like a lot of my friends were all in college, or a bunch of us were like international students, or just some shit is always happening. So like if you don't have anyone to talk to, it can be like a lot. But being that friend who is the therapist friend can be very overwhelming. I used to think that like the whole therapy friend thing started now when I came to university, but that is like further from the truth. But now that like when I think back, it travels back to like primary school, and I've always been the friend that like people needed, and I was the friend that was there. It took me like at least till up until I was 17 to realize that like I can't be that person for everyone. And it really didn't help either, because like I was a people pleaser, and I was like literally like, if anyone asked me to jump up like how high, as long as you show me any kind of attention and you wanted to be my friend, I was like, I bet I'm gonna be your friend, I'll go all the way. I was that kind of friend. It was actually sad. My mom used to hate that. I remember this one time, like when I was in primary school, I went to boarding school, and I had a friend. Her name was Kimberly. I really liked Kimberly. We did end up growing apart though, but I remember like because like I was that kind of person who was like very possessive. Like I just wanted her to be my friend and my friend only. And she was starting to be friends with other people. I think I was like 11. I got so overwhelmed. I had a whole panic attack. That's the first time I ever had a panic attack because of a friendship. Like, that's how intensely I feel. My mom had to be called by the matron. I guess some people, you know them as like a boarding master or mistress or something like that. She shouted at me. She was like, why do you always why do you always have to be the one begging people to be your friends? People should be begging to be friends with you. Like, what is your problem? I remember her shouting at me, and I just felt like this woman does not understand. I want to say during my gap year, but I'm going to say mostly when I came to college. I just embraced myself, and I just was myself, and people just wanted to be friends with me. And my mom was right the whole entire time. Like, I didn't have to do all of that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I used to be that friend, beck and call. I've always given the impression that it's okay. I will always be there for you, which is the kind of friend that I am. Don't get me wrong. That is the kind of friend that I am. But I feel like sometimes people take advantage of that, you know? I feel like that's all they see me as. The friend that they come to when something is wrong. Why can't you come to me when things are good, you know? Our friendship doesn't have to be transactional. Because I'm not getting anything out of this. I mean, I do feel better that you feel better after talking to me. I mean, that is great. But like, you only come to me when something is wrong. That is heavy, and that is giving I'm your free therapist. Like, I used to be called therapist in high school, like literally by my friends in A-level, some of them. This nickname, I've had it for a while. It traveled with me till now. And I've always felt like, I always loved that, because it's like, people feel safe to embrace their selves to me, like be vulnerable, and they know I could give them like what they need or something like that, and that feels great. But sometimes people don't know their limits, you know? Sometimes people don't ask me how I'm doing. Like, if I need someone to talk to, it's always, oh, this happened, what should I do? This happened, what do you think? But no one actually asks me how I am doing. I don't like it, you know? Like, did I give off the impression so much that because I can help you solve your problems and I can help you articulate what you're going through, that means that I can do it to myself on my own? I'm making this video because like it's something I was thinking about, and I was like, let me make a video about it. But I know we all have friends that are therapist friends, and I really want to say that, like, if you do have friends like that, you probably should check on them, because like they probably are going through some shit too, or they just don't have anyone to talk to because you are the person that they go to when, you know, there's something going on. But sometimes you should ask them how they are. Are they really okay? Because they're gonna say they're okay, but are they really okay? You know? Sometimes the problems that you are having, sometimes when people come to me with their problems, they truly are something you can solve by yourself. And it's kind of like, you cannot be going to someone every time you have a problem, unless if it's your best friend and you guys are like very cool, and you know, it's good to have an outlet. It's good to have a support system. But you can be the kind of person who is not able to navigate their own feelings and solve their own problems. Because the more we're growing up, you have to learn to do that for yourself. And the only time you should be talking to people is when you actually reached a point where it's like, I actually don't know what to do. I can't articulate this. I can't find a solution to this. That's what I feel should be the norm. Because it's selfish if you think about it. It kind of is like that. The only time you speak to someone is when you need something from them. And of course, like, these therapy friends are not going to talk about it. They're not going to tell you. Some people are good with their boundaries. They would. I feel like I'm still learning to do that, because it's really hard to turn away someone who needs help. It's even if I'm feeling like, bro, you could have done this yourself, or bro, like, why do you always come to me when you need help? Like, I'm still empathetic, and I'll still listen, and I'll still give you my all. So sometimes most of these therapy friends, they're probably not going to say exactly how they feel about you putting them in that situation, like 90% of the time. And I just feel like a lot of us are just like completely missing the whole entire point. Like, that person is your friend because you think they have a good heart or they're nice. That person is not just like your therapy friend. So stop treating them like a therapy friend, you know? It's also very weird because, like, being the therapist's friend, like, I'm not gonna go out of my way to tell people that I'm not okay. Because usually, like, if a lot of people come to me and can articulate certain feelings, I feel like it's useless to go and ask for help if a lot of people just come and ask me for help. And I know it shouldn't be like that, but I also feel like subconsciously my brain is already telling me that, like, why would you ask for help from people who constantly ask you for help? Like, I know it shouldn't be like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're friends with someone who you know is highly emotionally intelligent, and that's the kind of person you would go to ask for advice, that is completely fine. But if you only rely on them for that, like, they'll probably end up thinking like me, like, why would I ask her for help when she can even solve her own problems, you know? And we end up dealing with stuff by ourselves, and we end up like going through it by ourselves. And I know it's not healthy. I know people should learn to ask for help, but that's what I'm saying. If the people around you can't even solve your own problems 90% of the time, it's pretty hard to go and ask for help, because it's like, you know, it's just a weird feeling. It's really nice to be needed, and it really feels good. Being needed feels good, but only needed because you make me feel good after about my problems, like, all the time, it just feels really usy, like you're using me. Exactly, it just feels like you're using me, and I don't like how that feels. And the thing is, a lot of people are therapist friends. I've come across a lot of people that are therapy friends. The people that I end up actually like becoming really close to, I learned that they're therapy friends because we have like that in common. And it's crazy because we all say the same thing. Sometimes someone is calling me and I'll be like, I see the call, and I'm like, yeah, they have a crisis that needs to be solved. Like, I don't want people around me to like that, like, when they're calling, I already know that it's because they're going through something and they need my help. That is not what it should be like. It should be like cyclical, you know? We have fun moments, bad moments, therapy moments. That's how friendship should be like. And maybe you're that kind of friend who goes and asks for help from a certain friend all the time, and you probably are unaware, and that is okay. And that's why I'm saying it, because your friend probably won't say it. That's why I'm saying it, that it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to ask for advice. It's okay to do all of that, but just don't make that the whole center of our friendship and or relationship, because that is very selfish and unokay. I feel like I've exhausted my whole entire thought process on this whole entire thing, and I don't really know what else to say. Yeah, hell yeah. Vinny is so cute. Like, he's my favorite cuddly person, you know? Like, I genuinely cannot like remember a time when he was, okay, that's not true, I do remember a time when he wasn't there, but he is like the best cuddle partner. And this coming from someone who used to hate cuddling, and this is like, I cuddle him all the time, and he is so soft and so squishy and so mellow. Like, he's a squishmallow, right? But yeah, I would want to buy a bunch of this just so I could have them, because it's so cute. That was my little rant session for today, and I hope you liked it. I hope you are having an amazing day or night or evening or whenever you're watching this video, and I really, really hope you're not the kind of friend that just goes to ask for help. If you are, I'm pleading nicely that you stop doing that. And if you're the therapy friend, I'm here. I see you. I hear you. We're like this. I know how you feel. But yeah, thank you so much for watching my video, and thank you so much for engaging with me. I really appreciate it. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and until we meet again, bye.